Hey everyone, welcome to the reading for today. We're going to see what you guys need to know right now. It's a general collective reading, okay? This could be past, present, or future. You're going to know best how this resonates for you. So for those of you that have been asking about the personal readings, I will be opening those again, okay? You can book that down in the description box if you're interested, all right? So let's see. What do you guys need to know right now? What's happening in the collective? What is going on in the collective energy right now? Man, it's just like... All right, justice. So something about the past, okay? The past keeps coming up here for some reason. Something in the past that happened that was heartbreaking, okay? Some sort of trauma from the past. Something about a bad investment or something just not really going anywhere, okay? Not getting out of an investment what you thought it was going to be. Pain in the past. Let's see what this is. Why is the Page of Pentacles in reverse here? This could also be a lack of investment, right? Somebody not really investing. The Ten of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Two of Wands. So, yeah, we have ultimate betrayal, a painful betrayal here, and a choice that someone made at a home, at a property, okay? A choice that someone made at a property. What's the Six of Cups? The Six of Swords, the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, so moving on to peace and moving on has a lot to do with releasing a sense of security, stability, safety, okay? Or more like releasing the need for that, I guess. Let's see. The Hermit, introspection, going within. Yeah, so I don't know what just, I mean, there was a full moon, right, yesterday. So it looks like there's a lot coming up from the surface, right? Or coming up to the surface. A lot of introspection, looking within, looking in the past. What's the Three of Swords? Some sort of information, communication about the Eight of Swords, entrapment, imprisonment, or feeling trapped, feeling stuck. The Three of Swords. Is this... What is this? Heartbreak and pain. Feeling like someone stabbed you in the heart. Yeah, trauma will do that to you, okay? Betrayal will definitely do that to you. Betrayal will definitely make you feel like you've been stabbed in the heart. Okay. What's the Page of Pentacles reverse? The King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so we have a King of Wands and a Queen of Wands here. And a King of Swords. So a King of Wands, King of Swords, Queen of Wands. Why are all these people here? The truth about someone being defensive. Okay, the truth about someone being defensive, blocking someone, standing up for something. The Tower. Who are all these people? An expectation. This has to do with an expectation. Courthouse. Somebody was expecting something in the courthouse, or expecting something to go to court, expecting something with government, maybe. What is this? Betrayal in a home. Lovers in reverse. A message of concern about someone in despair. What's that about? A coffin. The truth is coming out about a betrayal in a home. Okay, a coffin. An ending brings a new beginning. A coffin. Girl talk. Talking to a friend, spending time with friends, talking to a friend. Girl talk about an ending, about something being over. Talking about a death. Talking about a betrayal, a painful betrayal. What is that about? The Four of Cups, a feeling of rejection, resentment, feeling like something isn't good enough. The truth, now the truth is coming out, and Temperance. Now the truth is coming out about you talking to a friend or talking to somebody talking to someone about feeling dissatisfied, feeling like something isn't enough or it's not good enough, or Lovers in reverse, a breakup, somebody making a choice at a home, at a property after a betrayal. Or something about, yeah, a home, expecting something with a home, expecting something, what is this, like, again, like moving in together or something like that? What is that about? A lie, okay. Or it's not that, okay. So what is this about? It's about the truth coming to light, or something being seen clearly that wasn't seen clearly, or there's something coming to light about a lie, or what somebody didn't want anyone to find out about, lies, about someone coming out of sadness, coming out of grief. So you overcoming sadness, overcoming grief. Okay. Or that you love, yeah, it has to do with love, a relationship in love, and a trigger, and you being in turmoil about something, or you being triggered by something, hurt by something with love. But somebody lied about you coming out of sadness, or that you were overcoming sadness and grief. Okay, why did they lie about that? Passion in reverse. A lack of passion? Or they didn't want someone to look into the past. Tell me more about this, please. So now someone is being exposed, okay? They're being exposed for creating some sort of illusion about a fight, about a competition, about an argument, confusion. Creating an illusion. They're being exposed for creating a fantasy about competition, about a fight. They tried to avoid a catastrophe with a Queen of Cups. They tried to avoid something from crumbling down, some sort of lies that they told. They didn't want the truth to come out about lies, and that's why they tried to avoid a catastrophe with a Queen of Cups and saying something about being concerned. The community. Claiming that someone in the community was concerned about something. What message? Some sort of paperwork, documents, letters. Someone in the community claimed that there was need for concern because of a fight, an argument breaking out. They tried to create a confusion and illusion about what someone was expecting with the courthouse or with some sort of institution. A betrayal over a home. notes. They got something that they got out of paperwork. Notes. A Queen of Wands and a King of Swords and a King of Wands. Where are they getting all this information from, huh? Sunglasses from watching, looking, and stalking. Oh. Watching, looking, and stalking. Trying to find a way how to renew something or transform something. So whoever these people are, they were already on the lookout, okay? They were already looking, watching, stalking, listening, hacking, whatever they can do, right? Trying to figure out how they can change something around in their favor, a need for concern in the community, okay? That's the key. That's the key. Okay, so basically the key is that you had a conversation with someone here, girl talk, time with friends. You were having conversations with someone that you confide in about your life, about an argument or something like that. And someone here took the information that you confided in someone and made it a cause for concern in the community, and basically manipulated what you said or manipulated the information to lie, to just straight up lie, okay, about whatever happened. So about a choice that was going to be made. So they could have tried to say that you were going to do something, right? So what it's giving me is like, so you're talking to a friend, you're telling them like, oh yeah, I'm having this fight with my family members about a property, a community, a home. And then a third party takes this information and they go, oh my God, Collective is having a fight with their family members about a home. Cause for concern. There's going to be a betrayal. They're going to do something to someone because of a home. That's what this gives me. Okay, just unnecessary drama, basically. Two of Wands. A message. So they took some sort of message, some sort of communication, a letter, and they decided to move forward with it, okay? The World. Yeah, they thought they could close out a cycle like this. And lie. 7-7. And lie. And make something into something it's not. It's not what you think it is. It's not what it seems. They lied straight up to get away with something and create confusion. The Knight of Wands, about someone taking action. Yeah, family. Look, family. Oh no, they're about to do something and take action towards family. They're going to do something with family. They're going to do something. Quick, stop Collective. Get Collective stuck right now. You have to stop them right now because Collective told a friend that there was a fight. So, all right. So dramatic. 6 of Pentacles, about giving and receiving something. Justice in reverse. Because of somebody having to give something over, something corrupt, something unfair, or something about being unfair, all right? So you might have told someone that you thought something was unfair or something was not right about who was getting what, or that somebody was going to get something, maybe like an inheritance, all right? Or something about giving and receiving that it was unfair, all right? Or what's that about? The 8 of Cups, someone walking away, leaving, a fear. The 9 of Swords. Yeah, look, an inheritance, 10 of Pentacles, and the Chariot, an inheritance. Yeah, something about a fear, anxiety, stress, worrying about someone leaving, traveling. Like, I don't know if this 9 of Swords is you necessarily, or if it's someone else, King of Pentacles. Like, what's that about? Imprisonment. Please, quick, you have to get Collective imprisoned right now. It's a message of concern. They're about to do something. Quick. Get them imprisoned, locked up. Occupation, that was the plan. That was the plan. That's what they were working on, to get you stuck, get you trapped, imprisoned with some sort of fears. Fears of what? Of being in poverty. Debt, your job, your money. Who the hell has these files? Who has all these files about you and what you allegedly went through and what you allegedly felt, okay? And the anxiety about your job and debt and money problems and all this stuff. Who has all this shit? Because they're lying. Because they're making up a bunch of bullshit, trying to get you in prison, trying to get you stuck and trapped based off of things that you told someone else, okay? There was no fight, there was no argument, there was no competition, there was no cause for concern. So who the hell is the one raising the alarm over and over and over again, huh? Is it the one with the files? Manipulating the information or what? Ace of Cups in reverse. The Ace of Pentacles. Something, yeah, the same thing. The information, the communication about a relationship, okay? Or someone you confided in, someone you considered a friend, okay? A confidant, or it's just about a relationship that you had in your life and some sort of a gift, a blessing, an investment, some sort of evidence, okay? The Ace of Cups in reverse, a lack of love. The message, who the hell has the notes, man? Who has them? Who has the case files? Who has this book of notes? Who has it? Who has this documentation? Because it's giving me the same vibe of like a lawyer, not a lawyer, a therapist, a counselor, a professional that you told a lot of things to. So who has these files? Because whoever has it is using it to manipulate what you said, what you went through, what you confided in someone. They're talking about your job, your like poverty, things you went through, financial hardship. Yeah, they're using everything and they're exploiting what you said and they're trying to use it against you. So who the fuck has the files? The wrong person has it, okay? I'm pretty sure. The wrong person has your notes. And they're using it, I look at this shit, and they're using it to try and avoid a catastrophe in their own life. So they're exploiting it and using it to their own advantage, okay? Basically. Yeah, Five of Swords, manipulation. Manipulation. Backstabbing, manipulation, that is really. A fight about losing an inheritance. Yeah, they got this shit straight out of your files. Straight out of some sort of documents from a therapist, a counselor. That's where they got this. That's where they got this. You talked to someone about this. You must have. Family. You talked to someone about your family, about problems in your family, about money, about debt. You talked to someone about this. So who has these case files? Because they're manipulating what you told someone. So where are they? Who's not giving them, who's not handing them over? Queen of Pentacles, where are the fucking case files? Is this the lady or who is that? A Queen of Cups, they can't get out of something here because of a Queen of Cups or a Queen of Pentacles. Who are these two? A Queen of Swords in reverse, Knight of Cups in reverse. What is that? Somebody doesn't want to hand them over. Yeah, they're holding on to it. Why are they holding on to it? Why are they holding on to these files? Why won't they give them out? Why? Where are they? Why is somebody holding on to these files like this? Why? Because they've been using them to fake a whole case against you or make you look bad or message of concern, get collective imprisoned? Yeah, there's something really corrupt going on here. Who the hell is the person hiding these files? The wealthy man is. The wealthy man. So it could be like an earth sign. Oh, an official person. An official person, really. A gift. Yeah, give them to me. Hand them over. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Where are all these documents? Where are all these files? Disgrace, really. That is a disgrace. That is an abuse of power right there. Literally exploiting what someone went through. That is so, like, there is someone in power here. Like, I gotta be honest. I don't know, but this person is, like, who the hell raised them? That's what I'm wondering. Who raised this person? Who raised this person? They did a bad job. Okay. So what's the Six of Cups? The Queen of Swords and the Five of Cups. Yeah. Sadness, grief, depression in the past. Your past. They're weaponizing your past against you. They're weaponizing your past. Are they changing the dates too? You know, like things that, like, you're telling someone maybe like, this happened to me when I was younger. This happened to me when I was like, you know, a teenager. And then this manipulative official is claiming, oh, this happened last week. Is that what this is? Judgment. Working really hard to have you judged harshly. Oh, okay. So they're trying to have you judged harshly. The Knight of Cups. A plan to give something to someone, to be nice to someone, to gain someone's trust. Yeah, manipulation, only to stab them in the back. Gaining someone's trust and then stabbing them in the back. That's what that is. Knight of Cups, Five of Swords. You're confiding in someone, and then this other person is standing there stabbing you in the back. Like, yeah, Queen of Cups, Two of Cups. You confided in a Queen of Cups, okay? The King of Pentacles is the one stabbing everyone in the back. So you're telling this Queen of Cups everything about your life, about your past, about things that you went through. And then you have this King of Pentacles that's just standing there stabbing everyone in the back. Who raised you, King of Pentacles? Who raised you? Or were you just born like this? Just a nasty person? I don't know. So what about it? Three of Swords. The Seven of Swords. Here they come lying. Seven of Cups, Seven of Swords. Lying, creating confusion, creating illusion, trying to get away with something. Okay, abusing their position of authority. What else? Three of Swords. Despair. Saying something about you being in despair, you being heartbroken, you being hurt by something. Change. Despair about something changing, all right? Or despair about someone traveling, moving out, something about a car. And an occupation. You being in despair about your car, or about a car, about change, about an occupation, about debt, about family, inheritance. Yes. Who the hell stole all these case files? Because they're manipulating them. A wealthy man, main male. Hello, King of Pentacles. I have so much to say. I'm really trying to bite my tongue. I'm really trying to bite my tongue. I have a lot to say, though. Date in reverse. Not setting a date, not planning a date, not meeting someone new. A date in the reverse. What's that about? a mask, somebody that is wearing a mask and they pretended something, personified and pretended something about someone, not meeting someone new. Okay, so maybe that's also something you confided in this person, in this counselor therapist here, that something about not meeting someone. Or this King of Pentacles had to something about not meeting someone, okay? Maybe not meeting family. They're pretending this is how they pretended everything. This is how they got the inside scoop, okay? This is how they got the inside scoop about your life. To then pretend about what's going on in your life. It's everything you told a therapist or a counselor, everything you told a counselor. Someone here has access to those files and they're abusing that power to find out things about your life. Yeah, about your sadness, about what you think about what you go through, about your thoughts, about how you feel. I like you, Hand of Cards. This is how they try to be strategic. This is how they try to be strategic because they knew that that you liked this counselor. They knew that you liked the counselor or you trusted them. Or it has something to do with the fact that they wrote everything down. The fact that you told things to this counselor and they wrote everything down that you told them. And this is what they then used as a strategy against you. All right, well. What's this Eight of Swords? Four of Cups in reverse, something about forgiveness, releasing past emotions, okay, letting go of things that hurt you, the Empress. Yeah, so you also told them about this, right? You also talked to them about this, so where's that? Where's that? They don't use all the good stuff, right? They're not going to use all the good things that you talk about or all the positive things, the positive changes in your life, right? The good things. They're not using any of that. None of it. They're not using any of that. They're only using the negative stuff. Your pain, your trauma, what hurts you, goes through files and therapists and whatever this is, and literally only picks out your traumas to use them against you. How do you sleep at night? How do you sleep at night? How does this person sleep at night? Without a conscience. That's the only way, really. That is the only way. The Fool. Yeah, something about your future plans. Oh, also what you're planning. Okay, so this is how they knew about your plans. What you're planning in the future. You traveling. What you're planning on doing. Where you going. Because you told this counselor, this therapist, all your plans. What you're planning, what you're doing, what your goals are. Everything. You might have seen this person once a week. Imagine that. Imagine how much information that is. If you see someone once a week for, let's say, a whole year, that's a lot of information, isn't it? The Empress in reverse. That is a lot of information to manipulate, right? To manipulate, to lie about, to fabricate, to falsify. About someone receiving something, getting something from someone. Because of a King of Cups in reverse and a plan that they had. A plan that they had with a King of Cups in reverse, all right? That's the message about the Knight of Cups. That's the message about the Knight of Cups. What do you mean, the Knight of Cups? About not working together with someone, not working together with a Queen of Wands. not working together with the Queen of Wands, the message. Someone here just doesn't want somebody to look into something, okay? No future plans. Something's not moving forward. Something is a bad strategy. They don't want someone to look into something. They're trying to detach themselves from something. The Emperor at the bottom. What is this message here? Thoughts in reverse. They weren't thinking about something, or someone didn't think about something. Someone didn't consider something. About messages, that someone didn't think that some sort of information about a job, money, family, inheritance was also in these documents. Yeah, it was. Everything was in there. And you talking about poverty, and you talking about debt and financial hardship and feelings of loneliness possibly. Yeah, there's a lot of information that these people had access to about your life. Okay. A Queen of Wands not wanting to work together with someone, or trying to make it look like a Queen of Wands wasn't working together with someone. By lying about a journey. By lying about a journey, by lying about someone traveling, by doing something deceptive, manipulative, or because they lied about someone traveling. So let me get this straight. So first they get the information from some sort of notes or documents about your plans, about what you're doing, about how you're feeling, about what's going on in your life. Then they base some sort of bullshit off of that. And then they have to make it look like someone wasn't working together with someone. Like, how did they do this? How exactly did they do this, huh? No, they just pretended. I see. Yeah, it's about this Queen of Pentacles and this Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Something about this money, losing an inheritance, okay, generational wealth. Who did they say had this information? Because the only person that you told this stuff about, I'm pretty sure in this reading, is this therapist, this counselor. That is the only person you talk to about this stuff. So who the fuck is coming forward claiming that you gave them this information? They have to let something go, something about feeling unhappy, feeling like something's not a wish fulfillment, having to let go of something, feeling empty on the inside, feeling something like something's not good enough. Yeah, the poverty, your financial hardship, okay? Your choices that you made to be, something with money, something about poverty, debt, getting something from an empress. Yeah, this has something to do with money. It's all about the money. That's all Spirit is showing me. It's like, where did they get this information? From the notes. From someone's notebook. That's where they got this information. And then they distorted it. And then they flipped it around and made an emergency out of something that was not an emergency. Okay. That because of a King of... Okay, so some sort of a betrayal here with a King of Cups. All right. This has to do with someone walking away, leaving something behind, and trying to balance something out. Someone balancing something out, someone comparing something. Okay, what's that about? Seduction in reverse. Something is not about seduction or cheating. Clock. It has to do with transcending an obstacle. Taking a long time to heal. Something that needed a long time to heal. Something needed a long time to heal. Okay. A marriage. Something needed a long time to heal. Something with a marriage. Something with a wedding, a marriage. It took you a long time to transcend this obstacle. Something about going back and forth. About leaving. All right, anything else that the collective needs to know about this here? About this situation, about something in the past pain, the Five of Cups, yeah, sadness, okay, your grief, your sadness, depression, the Ace of Pentacles, over a gift, over an investment, a blessing, some sort of an object, something you can hold in your hand. Yeah, whatever they used here to manipulate something, to lie, to cheat, to steal, to get away with something, create some sort of a permanent ending here. The King of Pentacles. I knew it was them. I knew it was. I knew it was this King of Pentacles. I'm pretty sure that's the person that manipulated all this information, but let's see. Who's the King of Pentacles? Despair. Or something about being in despair over a King of Pentacles, all right? Some sort of depression, sadness, imprisonment in reverse. Being freed from imprisonment. Trying to get themselves an official person. Yeah, okay. I knew it was them. Yeah. It's this official person. It's this corrupt person somewhere in some sort of a government position that is trying to get themselves out of entrapment, out of some sort of corruption, and exploiting your past pain, trauma, and depression, and trying to turn it against you. And they don't want to hand over the messages. They don't want to hand over the letters. They don't want to hand over the notes. They don't want to hand over the documents that they got from someone else. All right. Because those documents are the key. They're the key to somebody not traveling, not going on vacation, or somebody being unhappy, okay? Something about you being unhappy maybe, and depressed. Talking, yeah, everything that you told this person. Everything that you told someone about being sad, unhappy, depressed, maybe even upset. Those notes, those documents are the key to understanding how they did this. Yeah, soulmates, partnership, agreement, soul contract. How they lied. It's the key to how they lied about everything. Because they couldn't transcend the obstacle, what they had been doing this whole time. Because they couldn't transcend the obstacle of some sort of time or something they did for a long time. Or they've been lying this whole time, or something happened a long time ago and they're still trying to transcend this obstacle, okay? A date, something about a date, time and date. Time and date. Still lying because somebody couldn't transcend the obstacle of time and date. A time and day, a date. Yeah, it's like proof, okay. Like what, like an alibi? Time and day. No, yeah, holding on to this. They're trying to hold on to this. They're trying to hold on to some sort of money. The Four of Swords, they don't want to talk about it. Trying to stop someone and block someone from taking any kind of action. Trying to block someone from taking action. Because they don't want to talk about where they got this information from. All right, what's the outcome here? The outcome is the King of Wands is going to get this money. Or the outcome is about a King of Wands and money, a job, a career, business, success, independence. Eight of Swords in reverse. How they're trying to free themselves from imprisonment, or how they try to get you imprisoned, but you're not. Freeing someone from imprisonment, entrapment. Yeah. Something about poverty. Something about money, poverty, debt, financial hardship, and not receiving something. This is what they use to get themselves out of this. Out of some sort of money that they got. A bribe, maybe. A bribe. Or something with a business, something with a job, a career. Yeah. All right. I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, I hope this helps. Let's see who's involved in this maybe. A Gemini. A Mother. A Libra. An Aries. August and February, and then we have a husband and we have October. All right, so I'm gonna leave it there. Okay, hope this helps. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.